Okay, so it seems like we have a pretty big update on Fuzuki Miki. Obviously, if you don't know, Fuzuki Miki has returned back to the indie space after obviously graduating from her past life. And well, it seems like tons of people are really excited to see her back, with her gaining a ton of traction over online, especially with her debut stream. And it is just great to see that a talent is doing so well. Now, if you don't know, obviously, yeah, the other day she went live saying the Miki returns. And obviously, there was a bunch of really cool stuff that was going on in her stream, and I think a lot of people really enjoyed what was going on in terms of all of the different kind of segments and stuff that she had. Obviously, a lot of people saying, "I knew it." Arata graduated so he could Oshi president, so he could Oshi President Miki full time as vice president, which is crazy. And people weren't expecting Harada to show up, which again is pretty funny. But yeah, obviously a lot of people are very happy to see that she is back. As if you don't know who she used to be, we talked about this quite a lot. She used to be Rosemi Lovelock as a part of Nijisanji. And yeah, Rosemi was very popular among a lot of people, right? A lot of people. It was one of the, I'd say, most sad kind of graduations that I think I've ever seen from Nijisanji, at least in a while. Because again, lots of people were saying how much they enjoyed her streams, how much they enjoyed the clips and everything, and sharing their favorite clips and all of that kind of stuff. I've never seen that kind of support in a while. And obviously, the only ones that I've really seen, people like Gura and stuff like that. That's like to that level almost that I saw people kind of flooding in support, flooding in memories and things like that, which was very sad to see, obviously, whenever she graduated. And whenever, after she graduated, she did actually speak a little bit on the Fuzuki Miki account, a little bit after the graduation, right? And this account has always been there. Obviously, it was her past life before Nijisanji, and now she just made a return to it. But she was talking about, whether she would return to streaming or not. And she did mention the fact that, there was a chance that she could return to streaming. Not that she was 100% going to do it. She was going to think it over. And, there was a chance that she was never going to return to streaming, right? But it seems like, obviously, that passion has come back. And it seems like she is now back and streaming under Fuzuki Miki, which again is really great to see, and I'm very happy for her, and the fact that she's doing so well at the moment, because again, she's already hit the ground running in terms of content, right? She streamed 1 day ago, then she streamed 10 hours ago with some other stuff as well, which I think is crazy. She's going to be streaming again tomorrow, which I think is pretty insane. Not even tomorrow, like literally in like 12 hours or something, which again is mental. And then also she dropped a music video thing, which was featured in her debut stream, which is just crazy. She has been absolutely a content machine the past couple of days. I don't know if this is going to stay up the entire time that she is going to be streaming and stuff. If she's going to keep this level of pace, right? But again, it is really great to see, and obviously tons of fans are very grateful for it. And obviously people have been talking about it, especially over at Kurosanji, saying PSA, Fuzuki Miki debuts today. Obviously, you can see there she had 41.3k subscribers. This was 2 days ago, and now she's already at 53.1. So yeah, she's gained a pretty huge amount, almost 12,000 subscribers over this time period, which is a very good achievement, right? And a lot of people saying also make sure to give her 100k on her YouTube page, and people saying, of course, she debuts the day I need to go to visit my family for the big Christmas dinner. Oh, that's so sad. Which obviously, yeah, a lot of people sad about that, but they say a rose by any other name. They said, remember guys, just to have fun with Miki, and if you're not there, I'll kill you, which again is crazy. I said, I'm doing my part. So many people just essentially saying that they're going to do their part and join in on the debut stream. And as I said, the debut stream was a huge success. It got over 70,000 views, I think. Was it 79,000 views, which is insane. People saying she sounds like a certain Rose from a certain agency, and people said no, she's Sakura from Naruto. I said, damn, she useless already, which yeah, is crazy. But people say Miki, her debut is really neat so far. They say I randomly got recommended her stream. Can someone tell me who she is, since she's clearly not new? And obviously they say Rosemi. So yeah, obviously a lot of people just kind of catching people up in terms of hey, this used to be Rosemi. So if you liked Rosemi's content, then obviously go and watch Fuzuki Miki, because they're gonna have a very similar personality and similar kind of stuff going on, right? People saying, of course, Harada makes a cameo. Imagine being Oshi's Oshi. People say next stream tomorrow, most likely Resident Evil 4. Where do I begin? The podcast bit right off the bat makes so much sense in hindsight. She seemed to love being a podcast bro, but a way more bearable and wholesome. Said, then the art style and the storyboard for a law, adorable, creative, wholesome. And then the questionnaire, what a creative way for old fans to feel nostalgic and for new fans to get familiar with her. Two birds, one glop. They said, speaking of, Glopma is my humble vote for our name. And whoever cooked with Mickey Angelo for her art tag was a genius. And then Harada-san just casually proving his priorities are in order post-graduation. Thank you, Miki, for coming back. My heart for empty without you, and now it's full. On God, might be the first time I've beaten seasonal depression in over a decade, thanks to Damigi. So yeah, obviously a lot of people very, very happy, like extremely happy that she is back, to the point where they're beating seasonal depression, which honestly, I think that's a pretty hard thing to beat, right? I feel like that's a pretty hard thing to beat, and Miki has done that for some people, right? We're saying, why is this one getting so much attention? And saw that she had quite a good view count. Obviously, they put, yeah, it's Rosemi Lovelock. Said, well, she's gone. He said, yep, left that hellhole behind. So because Harada showed up, obviously they put, yeah, Rosemi. So simply, this is not her first rodeo as a VTuber. And before she was a black corpo VTuber, she was an indie. Now she has come back to her old account, which, yeah, is obviously the kind of timeline of it. Obviously, Fuzuki Miki has always been her account. This has always been her indie account. But obviously, yeah, whenever you go to a corpo, you know, you leave it behind and then you come back to it if you want to, or you don't, whenever you graduate or terminate or whatever goes on. Hopefully not terminate, but obviously this was just a normal graduation from Miki. Now, obviously, the same. Finally, my president is back. My favorite Alter Girls player is back. So yeah, obviously people say it's weird when VTubers used to follow come back to their channels. I'm glad she's back. But it's not the same. But it's not the same with 7K in chat as it was 7K subs. I'll be rooting for her success and happiness, but I miss the old days. Which obviously that's a little bit weird. I don't get that comment. You know, it's just like they literally wished her success in the comments you're replying to. Obviously, they're saying they miss whenever the chat was a little bit smaller and you know, there wasn't as many people there. But I do think, obviously, you know, I think that, you know, I don't know. Maybe, well, no, I don't know if they're saying that they miss the same when 7K in chat and 7K subs. Maybe they're saying, I don't know. I'm not sure. Obviously, they picked it up as, you know, I wish they weren't successful. I don't know if they were saying weren't successful or saying I wish they were more successful. I don't know. But anyways, they're saying, so basically, every Niji EM member who graduated over the summer is now back, minus Kotka, who apparently had given up, had never told anyone, according to the former Ghost in members only stream. She did, to the point she PL Twitter radio is silent. Yes, I expect Zandu to probably come back at some point now, thanks to Doki, which I don't know if that'd be true or not. I don't know if Zandu will come back, but hey, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, he did appear on Doki Bird's stream that one time, so maybe there could be a chance of that happening too. But yeah, it seems like a lot of the ex-Nijisanji members are coming back on their own streams now, and it is great to see that obviously they've gotten out of that situation and that they are now obviously doing excellently over on their own channels and over on YouTube and places like that, which is amazing. And hopefully this can continue, this can keep going, and that, you know, obviously Fuzuki Miki can continue to create great content with you know, a high viewership. But yeah, that's essentially all there is for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, definitely leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kazu, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. They've also got a new Christmas thing on at the moment, so you can get yourself some free stuff if you go over there right now, as well as getting that 10% off with my code. You can get like some free stuff too, like not even like bad stuff, like good stuff, like tubs and things like that, which again is really, really great to see. So yeah, go get that, and it'll be down in the link in the description. But yeah, that's about all I got, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.